Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. It's been a little while since we've been here. I got a little carried away with the Hermit pack. It wasn't really intentional. I was just feeling really inspired, and on one of the weekends when I do all my recording, basically I just ended up recording nothing but Hermit pack. It happens sometimes. I was just feeling really inspired. Kingdoms is not gone. Hermitcraft was not gone. I just really felt like doing a Hermit pack week. So that's what we did. But now we are back to a bit more of a normal schedule, and there'll be a couple of Kingdoms this week and a couple of Hermitcrafts and all that kind of good stuff as well. And of course I still have my Total War series going on, which I am having a blast with, and I really like the Total War series. First of all, because I'm a huge Total War fan, and second of all, because I can just sit down and record, and I don't have to do any planning, I don't have to do any off-camera stuff. Like, a 30-minute episode is a 30-minute recording session, rather than with Minecraft, where I have to plan things out and decide what I'm going to do and gather resources and all these other things. So usually it ends up being a couple hours for a single episode. And with how crazy my schedule is, you know, that's kind of, yeah, that's why I do so much Total War. It's because it's very easy to record a lot of it in a short amount of time. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I do want to warn some of you, because I know some of you don't like the talky episodes. I personally do like the talky episodes, and this is going to be one of them. I want to talk a little bit about going full-time and what that is going to mean for the channel, what that's going to mean for Hermitcraft, what that's going to mean for all sorts of things, because we're getting very close to that time when I will be going full time. That didn't really roll off the tongue as well as I was hoping. But anyway, so as some of you know, I am actually going to be going full-time YouTube this month. And I want to talk a little bit about that and kind of why it is going to be happening this month, what it's going to mean for the channel, what it's going to mean for me and my schedule and my current series and, you know, all this other kind of stuff. So essentially, for about the last year, I have been on active duty U.S. Army military orders, which has taken up a considerable amount of my time. I am and I have been a National Guard soldier, or a reservist, for those of you who don't understand the intricacies of the Guard versus the reserves and all that kind of stuff. But I've been a National Guard soldier in the United States Army for the better part of 10 years. Hi, Creeper. I see you. And last year, in January, I was called up to active duty, which means I go from essentially being like part-time military to being full-time military for about, and with the plan that I would be full-time military for basically the entirety of 2016. Well, 2016 is coming to a close, and so are my active duty orders. So I am no longer going to be on active duty starting in a couple of weeks. And that means that I will actually be able to switch to full-time YouTube. It's going to be terrifying in some ways. It's going to be challenging, but it's also going to be very, very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Financially, I probably could have gone full-time. Probably this last summer was when I first kind of got to the point where I could afford financially to live off of my YouTube income. I don't make a huge amount, you know, I'm not PewDiePie, I'm not going to be a millionaire or anything like that, but I could afford to pay my bills and stuff like that, starting right around summer of this last year. And, you know, if I had not been full-time military, I probably could have gone full-time right then, and I would have, without a doubt. But the thing about the military is you can't just, like, quit. You can't be like, I put in a 2-week notice, I'm done, I'm not coming back to work, it's over. You can't do that. You sign a contract when you join the military, and that contract is for a certain amount of time, you know, usually several years, and you can't just quit. You have to serve the entirety of your contract and basically do what they tell you to until that contract is over. So even though financially I could afford to live off of my YouTube income this last summer, I couldn't do it feasibly because I was not released I still had, 60 hours a week roughly is what I put in doing Army stuff. And that means that, it wouldn't be possible for me to go full time because, I'm working 60 hours a week in a different job, and it's not a job that I can quit. So that is basically what has been preventing me from going full time up to this point. I need a couple of chests. Let's just throw a couple of them down here. This is terrible. My organization right now is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. It's fine. Let's just throw stuff in here. That can go up there. And these torches, whatever. It's fine. All right. Anyway, so also, by the way, what we're working on right now is we are hollowing out what will eventually be the throne room in the Dwarven base. And this has been a very big project that I've been planning for an extremely long time, and there's just so much grindy digging to do that I just haven't gotten around to it, even though I've been meaning to forever and ever and ever. So, but anyway, now I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah, full-time. Could have gone full-time in summer, but if it was just, a financial thing, but because of the way the Army works, that was not possible. So now I am about to be released from my active duty orders. That's going to be happening within the next couple weeks, just in time for Thanksgiving, in fact, in the U.S., which is a kind of a big deal here. It's a pretty important holiday. Lots of family get-togethers and lots of food and American football and all sorts of good things. And after that, I will be focusing on, nothing but YouTube as far as the job situation goes. So what does that mean for the channel? That means a lot of things. There's going to be some very significant changes that are happening to the channel in a couple of weeks once I go full time. And I think for the most part, all of them are going to be very positive. I think you guys are going to really like the changes that are being made. I really don't think any of the changes are negative. I think they're all good, and they all spawn from me having significantly more time on my hands. So let's kind of go over what some of those changes are so you guys kind of know what to expect and hopefully get hyped for when full-time rolls around. So first of all, let's talk about series. Right now I've got Kingdoms, I've got Hermitcraft, I've got the Hermit Pack, and then I've got my Total War series, and I also have 15-minute builds in there, which I just kind of do when an idea hits me, and I'm like, oh, this should totally be a 15-minute build. I can totally do this. Which, by the way, has not been canceled. I know we haven't had a 15-minute build in a couple weeks, but that's okay. It's not done. It's just one of those series that I do when I get an idea for it. I don't want to force that series, if you will, if that makes sense, because it's not really a series that, like, if you miss one episode of it, you're going to forget what was going on. It's not that kind of a series. Every episode is kind of its own standalone thing, where it's not really a big deal if there's like 2 weeks between videos, because, it's not like you're going to forget what we were working on or anything like that. So 15-minute builds, Hermitcraft, Hermit Pack, Kingdoms, and then my Total War series, which will be wrapping. I think I'm going to be done with Total War on YouTube for a little while once my current campaign is finished. But the plan, once I go full-time, is going to be this. Every day, I'm going to have one vanilla Minecraft video. And it's basically just going to jump back and forth between Hermitcraft and Kingdoms. So every other day there will be a Kingdoms, and every other day there will be a Hermitcraft episode. That's going to be the plan there, okay? Then, every other day, I'm going to have a modded Minecraft video. So that'll be Hermit Pack, or maybe it'll be some other mod pack. Can I get that chest? There we go. Maybe it'll be some other mod pack that I start playing. Who knows? We'll take it as we go and see what we think. And then every day there will be a something else video. So we're going to have 3 videos a day, 1 vanilla, 1 modded, and then 1 something else. Maybe that'll mean a 15-minute build. Maybe that'll mean another game that's not Minecraft. Maybe that'll be a mod spotlight. Maybe that'll be, who knows? It'll be something. and that is not, vanilla Minecraft or modded Minecraft. Because there's already going to be a modded Minecraft and a vanilla Minecraft video every day. So that's basically the plan. I do have a lot of games that I'm kind of looking at right now, and I haven't really been able to spend a lot of time over the last year looking at, new games that are coming out and things like that. I had a lot more time to do that before I got called up to active duty. And those of you who've been with the channel for a really long time probably remember when I, back before I joined Hermitcraft, actually, because I joined Hermitcraft like right when I got called up to, I had just started my time on active duty when Hermitcraft Season 4 started. So, yeah. But those of you who've been with me longer than that probably remember back when the channel, when there were a lot of different games on the channel. It wasn't just Minecraft. It was Minecraft, but then there were a lot of indie games too. And a lot of those indie games were games that a lot of people had never really heard of because they were brand new. They had just come out. Things that you would see like Zul'jin playing, for example. My buddy Blitzkriegler would be playing them. Who else? Drax is kind of on the cutting edge now as well. There's a whole group of us that really kind of got together and just, researched games and played games together and did some stuff. And I want to get back to that. I certainly don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying I want to drop Minecraft in favor of indie games. That is not the intent, and that is not something that's going to be happening when I go full time. What I'm saying is, when I do go full time, I will have more time to research and find games that are new indie games that I think you guys will quite possibly be interested in. And those are going to be the kind of things that you will see on my other video of every day. As I said, every day I'm going to have a vanilla video, a modded video, and then a something else video. Those indie games are going to be what you're going to see for that something else video. And you may see some AAA titles and stuff as well. Who knows? We'll see. But that's going to be a thing. There's going to be a lot more variety on the channel. It's going to be more than just Minecraft. And I think that's very important when you look at YouTube as a career. Let me explain why I'm interested in doing things other than Minecraft, okay? It's not because I am bored of Minecraft. It's not that I'm like, oh, I've been playing this game for so long, I have so much time in it, I'm just out of ideas and I don't know what to do. That doesn't really happen that much to me as a builder. I mean, sure, I go through spurts where, like, I struggle to find inspiration, where I'm like, man, I have no idea what to build. In fact, I've kind of been going through one of those spurts over the last couple weeks, which you may have noticed by the amount of talkie episodes that I've done. But it's not that I have lost my interest in Minecraft. That is not even close to remotely the case. What it is that when you look at YouTube as a profession, right? You look at it as a career. There are certain things that you have to be smart about, right? So if I'm going to be feeding my family and myself, if I'm going to be feeding me and Mrs. Wells off of my YouTube income, and I plan to do that long term, there are things that I need to take into consideration. Minecraft is a wonderful game, and it will always be, I think it will always be popular to an extent. But at the same time, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. I think it would be very bad if something were to happen with Minecraft. Maybe it's nothing. Oh, hi, creeper. That was, whew. All right. Okay. There's a ravine down here. I totally didn't even know that. That's awesome. Anyway, even if it's, maybe it's not something with Minecraft itself. Maybe it has something to do with Microsoft. Maybe Microsoft makes a policy decision where they're no longer going to allow videos of Minecraft. I really can't imagine that that's actually going to happen, but just as an example, just, bear with me, try to picture that situation. So then that happens, and suddenly I have a very large audience that enjoys watching me play Minecraft, but has no interest whatsoever in watching me play other games. And I can't play Minecraft anymore because Microsoft has forbidden it. Now what do I do? Now I go back to not being a full-time YouTuber because I can't do it. So for me, adding variety to the channel is not so much about replacing Minecraft. It's more about keeping my options open and making sure that I don't put all of my eggs into one basket, if that makes sense. And that over time, I have at least some sort of expectation that there is going to be more on the channel than just Minecraft videos. The other thing, too, is that when you do play a game for an insane amount of time, and it's the only game you play, it is certainly possible to get bored. It hasn't really happened to me with Minecraft yet, but I think we all know of other people who would formerly consider themselves Minecraft YouTubers who just can't bring themselves to play the game anymore. They're just, they've lost their desire to do it because they've put so much time into playing this game. And one way that I personally think I can help mitigate that from happening for a longer period of time is to make sure that I am playing other games in addition to Minecraft. It's variety is the spice of life, as they say. And one way to help keep yourself from getting bored is to mix it up. That's why when you look back over like the history of my channel and you look at all the Minecraft stuff, you'll see that there's been times when I've been running like 6 different Minecraft series at once. And it's because it's all about variety and it's all about keeping me interested in the game and being able to play Minecraft for hours upon hours upon hours every day without, turning it into a chore where it's just not fun anymore. Because nobody wants that. You don't want to, I don't want to play a game that's not fun, and you guys don't want to watch me play if I'm not having fun. I think it's far more beneficial for everybody involved if a content creator is having fun while they're playing. I think that's kind of part of the reason that people watch Let's Plays is so they can enjoy the experience with whoever the video creator is. So I want to make sure that I kind of am cognizant of that, and that's one of the other reasons that we'll have variety on the channel. But as I said, this variety is basically going to be like extra videos compared to what we have right now. Right now, I'm running 2 videos a day. One of them is a Total War video, which I know the majority of you don't really watch. I can see the numbers. I can see the statistics. I know that you guys aren't really all that interested in Total War, and that's fine. I'm playing it because I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun, and because it's easy to record a lot of. So it's content that I can just put out without too much time dumped into it on my hands, or on my part. And time is something that over the last year I have sorely been lacking. So right now we basically got 1 Minecraft video a day and 1... Ooh, that pick is about to go. Let's put this stuff away and then I'll switch over. I think I've got a work pick in my ender chest as well. Let's just kind of pop up here. So when things change in a couple of weeks, instead we're going to have 2 Minecraft videos a day. In addition, as opposed to just the 1 that we have right now. And then on top of that, we're also going to have an additional video. So we're talking 3 videos a day. And so, I don't think there's really anything there to complain about as far as more variety. And I think for those of you who do have an interest in games other than Minecraft, I think there's nothing but positive there. And even for those of you who are only interested in watching Minecraft content, I think it's still a positive because you're still getting more Minecraft content than what you're getting right now. In addition to that, and this is the part that I'm probably most excited about right here, I'm actually going to have time to put into my videos. Right now, an average video, and let's even forget about like the indie games and stuff like that, because those videos are usually just sit down, start playing, turn on the record, call it good, because those are the types of games where you don't need to really put in a ton of time into planning and resource gathering and all this other kind of stuff. If we look at just the Minecraft stuff, right now I would say I probably put an average of somewhere between an hour and 2 hours into all of my Minecraft videos. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Really depends. Something like this, where it's one of these talky episodes where I'm just rambling for an episode length. A little bit less there, but that's fine. So we get these. What am I trying to say? So sometimes what that results in is that I don't really get as much done in a video as I would like to. And I have gotten comments from you guys. Some of you like the videos the way they are right now. You say, yeah, do everything on camera. Do all your building on camera. But then there are some people who are like, you spent an entire episode building a doorway? And that's fine. I mean, and to be honest, it's entirely valid criticism. And I don't take it personally. I mean, to an extent, you're absolutely right. There have been times when I spend an entire episode building a doorway or something like that, and you guys are like, "Wow, I can't. You couldn't have just done this in a jump cut, or shown like a little part of it or something." You know what I mean? You guys, I think you know what I'm trying to say. But what's going to happen is in a couple of weeks when I go full time, I will actually have the time to do the things I want to do there. There are certainly, I will freely admit, I'm actually not all that happy with my content right now as it stands. I'm really not. It's okay. It's not horrible. It's not bad. It's certainly better than it was when I first started YouTube. But as far as what I know it could be if I just had more time on my hands, it could be so much better. And in a couple of weeks, when I go full time, it's going to be. And that's what I'm really excited about. I will have time to do things like big epic time lapses and, very large builds that take, say, 2 episodes instead of 10. And there'll be more progress, there'll be bigger builds, there'll be more detail, there'll be more, just everything. Everything will be like bigger and better, and I'm really looking forward to that. Things like Exuma, for example. Exuma has done a couple of epic sods on the Hermitcraft server this season, which have been amazing, by the way. And if you haven't seen them, like they're incredible, and you should definitely watch them because they're just mind blowing. Some of the things that he's done in those. But just as an example, I will have the time to do things like epic sods, and it's going to be great. I'm so looking forward to that. Right now, there is absolutely no way possible that I could do anything even remotely close to that because there's just not enough hours in the day. It's just not feasible. But in a couple of weeks, it will be. And that's one thing that I'm amazingly excited about. Also, by the way, hello, stuff. Let's go this way. We need to clear this out, and I think this is probably deep enough, honestly. We'll probably be able to do this and then call it good. I think this will probably be low enough for us to do a decent-sized throne room. Pretty good-sized room. Very big, large enough. I think the pillars will be able to go down far enough. But anyway, so yeah, that's going to be a thing. Also, things like collaborations, very, very difficult to do right now. Not because I don't necessarily have time for them, but it's very hard to schedule any sort of a collaborative thing when you're like, yep, you've got like a 3-hour window on Saturday. Hope that's the time that works for you, because that's pretty much the only time that works for me. My schedule is just so tight right now that it's very difficult to schedule, to just coordinate that type of stuff. It's all short notice, and it's very difficult to do. And that's one of the reasons that there really haven't been that many collabs on the Hermitcraft server this season for me. It's not because I dislike the other Hermits or anything like that. It's just a matter of I never have time to be on when they can be on, So that's going to be something else that'll be changing. You'll be seeing me doing a lot more collaborations starting in a couple of weeks as well. some on the Hermitcraft server and some with other friends. I have other friends outside of Hermitcraft, believe it or not, and we will be doing some stuff together, some of it Minecraft, some of it not Minecraft, all sorts of good stuff. I'm also planning a couple of series that are going to be amazing and super fun, and I'm very excited for them. First of all, a lot of you have been asking for a long time, when is Couplecraft coming back? When is Couplecraft coming back? Welsknight, when is Couplecraft coming back? Well, Couplecraft is coming back when I go full-time. Right now, Wifey is... she's been away for a while on a business trip. She got back, but I don't have time to put a mod pack together for Couplecraft right now. So I'm anticipating that Couplecraft will return probably December or so. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to officially be full-time just in time for Thanksgiving. And because I am so incredibly dedicated to everything, the first thing I'm going to do is go on holiday and take a vacation. Well, kind of. So just because of the timing where I'm going full-time just in time for Thanksgiving, I'm going to take that week and I'm going to go visit my family and relatives who I haven't seen in about a year, some of them over a year now because I've been gone, and go spend Thanksgiving with them and stuff like that before I dive into doing everything full-time. So realistically, I will start being full-time to the point where you will notice a noticeable difference towards the very end of November / early January. And that is also roughly around when Couplecraft is going to start. It's going to take me probably, I'm going to estimate about 2 weeks to get a mod pack put together for Wifey and I to play. It is going to be a custom mod pack. It is going to be a 1.10 mod pack, I think. But it's going to take me a little while to put that together since I'll be doing it myself, which is honestly how I prefer mod packs anyway, because I like having complete creative control. But then that'll be back, and that'll be around for at least a while until we get bored of it, and then we'll, take a break from it, and then it'll come back again. And the series with Wifey is going to be kind of an on-again, off-again thing, probably forever. We'll go for a few months, and then we'll take a break, and then it'll go for another few months, and, so on and so forth. The other thing that I will have time to do that I don't right now is live streaming. There will be lots of live streams. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to be doing, like a set live stream schedule where I stream on, like Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, or something like that, or if it's going to be more of like a every other day I will be live streaming. But basically, it's going to be either 3 or 4 times a week. I haven't decided yet. I will be live streaming, and that'll be on Twitch, twitch.tv/Welsknight. If you're not following me over there, you probably should do that if you want to see the live streams, because that's where they're going to happen. So that's a thing. And let's see, what else am I forgetting? I know there's other things I'm forgetting. Oh yes, the other series. So some of you may be familiar with a YouTuber who's been in the Minecraft community for a very, very long time, named Sajin. He's part of the Yogscast. And he was someone who I drew a lot of inspiration from when I was starting out. Very good builder. Doesn't play that much Minecraft. Well, that's not true. He does play Minecraft. But he doesn't really do a lot of his main series that kind of initially got me interested in him. He had a series called Let's Build. And he was really kind of the first person to do it. But basically what it is, or basically what he did, is I got silverfish problems. Let's get rid of these guys. Basically what he did is he would record time lapses. Every episode would be just one big time lapse. And then he'd kind of commentate over it about what he was doing and why he was making the decisions that he was and things like that. And I'm essentially going to be starting a Let's Build series in that style sometime in the relatively near future. Right now, as I said, it's just not feasible, but once I go full time, I will have time to record massive time lapses. So that's going to be a thing as well. We will have a series where basically it's just nothing but me building. I'll be building in creative mode, and it's all going to be third-person time lapses with me kind of talking over it and explaining my thought process and stuff like that. And we're going to have some pretty epic builds, and it's all going to be one world as well. So it'll be one big creative project. Very unlike any of the Let's Build series that I've done before. I've certainly done Let's Builds, but they've all been, just basically me building in creative mode. Haven't really been a whole lot of time lapses. If there may not have been time lapses in any of them, because usually in the past I've done Let's Builds, and those series have been kind of what I've recorded when I was on a very tight schedule and needed to pump out large amounts of content very quickly. So we're going to have something kind of like that, and definitely drawing some inspiration from Sejin on those series, because as I said, he was kind of one of my early inspirations when I first started a couple years ago, and I always kind of looked at that series and was like, that would be really fun to do. I would love to do just a big time-lapse series. So we're going to do that, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be amazing. Probably we'll be building the whole thing with shaders as well. So for those of you who like shaders, it will be pretty cool. So those are just a handful of the plans I have. There's going to be a lot more. It's going to be awesome. Don't worry, Minecraft is not going anywhere, but there are going to be some very significant changes to the channel and the way that things are run now that I actually have the time to run things the way that I want to run them. I think, to be entirely honest, 2017 will be kind of the year that my channel really kind of... I think 2017 will probably be the best year that I've ever had on YouTube. And I honestly think that 2016 will have been the most challenging year that I've ever had on YouTube. Maybe not the best, maybe not the worst, but certainly the most challenging, just because, we're talking a year where I was deployed to Iraq, a year where I've been working 60 hours a week on things other than YouTube, a year where everything that could possibly get thrown at me, for the most part, seems like it was thrown at me. And that's all about to come to the end. I see the light at the end of a tunnel, and I'm ready and very excited for the changes that are going to be happening in the next couple weeks here. So, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are as hyped as I am, because I am amazingly hyped. But guys, one thing I also am is out of time for this episode. So my friends, if you enjoyed this video, if you're hyped for the changes that are coming, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Twitter is without a doubt the best place to stay up to date on all the things that are going on. Like if you were wondering where Hermitcraft and Kingdoms were this last week, I talked about it on Twitter. I said, it's going to be Hermit Pack week. I got carried away. All my Twitter peeps totally knew that that was a thing. And you all who don't follow me on Twitter, you missed out. Sorry. But anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.